Okay, great. Hey, listen, my name is Noble Mike Jameson, and I get the awesome opportunity and privilege to introduce you to a phenomenal young lady that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. This young lady, Miss Michelle Bowens, is an icon in our industry. When it comes to a person who loves helping people, I can't think of a better person who has a bigger heart for really wanting to change people's lives, and her reputation precedes her. She's very well documented as a multiple six-figure earner in this particular space. And what I love most about her is that she's such a servant to the community. Like, she loves to see other people win and does her absolute best to see happen at every chance she gets. And so she has a wealth of knowledge on the subject matter that you're going to hear about today. So it is my honor as well as my privilege to bring to you and announce to others my good friend, Miss Michelle Bowens. Miss Bowens, are you there?
I sure am. Can you hear me okay?
We got you loud and clear. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for having me on this evening. And I am super excited about the information that I'm going to share tonight. And I just appreciate you so much and your leadership. And I'm going to jump right into it, guys. And as Mike said, you might want to grab a paper and pen. We're going to go through a lot of information tonight in a short period of time. And we will open it up for questions at the very end. But, I want you guys just starting out to be thinking about, as we share this information, how you may be able to benefit as well as someone that you know. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. All right. So, and Mike, can you see this? Is this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Okay, you guys. So the membership that we're going to talk about is called smartFinance, and it is an actual product inside of a platform of a company called iGenius. And so we're not going to go into too many details about that, but just know that the backing of this product is through a company that's publicly traded. They're in multiple countries. This is a US based product, and and they have very, very stable financials, $80 million a year in revenue. So just know that this membership is attached to that company. And I think that's really important to know that you have a company that's backing a service that has wonderful vendors that are all very much established. And I'm excited to share what we've got here. So before we go into those services, what I want to do is I want you to kind of think about, again, like I said, do you or someone that you know of anybody that can benefit from these services? So first and foremost, if I can get my screen to go. Um, oh my gosh, cannot believe my screen is frozen. Sorry, guys. Hold on one second. Okay, we're going to try this again. All right. Do you or someone you know, and I want you guys to put a one in the chat, okay? If any of these uh, things come to mind for yourself or anybody that you know. So have no credit or less than perfect credit, have a legal issue or a question but don't know who to call. Put some ones in the chats, you guys. Have a question about or ever had a question about qualified home-based business tax deductions. Received a threatening letter from the IRS. Do you have a credit card, medical, or student loan debt, you or anyone that you know? What about currently taking prescription drugs? Paying full price when shopping, dining, or traveling? I'm sure if you're not paying full price now, I'm sure you have in the past, and I'm sure you know at least one or two people that currently are. What about have a pet that's suffering from an illness or currently taking medication? Do you have health insurance? Or do you know people that do or don't have health insurance, or they're paying too much for health insurance? Or do you own a business, or do you know someone that owns a business that may be looking for money to grow their business? So as you guys can probably see in the chat, each of us knows someone, including ourselves. I think we all have one of these things that we've dealt with, most likely two or more, but also people that we know. And so the reason I wanted to share this first, you guys, is so that you understand that the power of what we're going to share with you tonight is something for everyone. I truly believe everyone can benefit from the services that we have with smartFinance. Now, let's jump right into the product, okay? So there's 7 different segments of this membership, okay? So it's one membership with 7 different segments, 7 different divisions, okay? And we'll jump right into, and actually, I guess I should go back. Here's a disclaimer. We have to make sure that you understand that these are third-party companies that we are going to be showing you that provide these services. All right, there are no guarantees on results, even though we have testimonials and we have people that are using these successfully. We do not guarantee any results, so we have to get that disclaimer out of the way. All right, so let's jump right into the first segment, which is Save Pro. Okay, Save Pro is going to allow you to access major discounts on some of the world's best brands. And I'm talking about, guys, Target. I'm talking about, Hertz rental cars, movie theater tickets with Regal Cinemas. Okay, all of those type of brands and many, many more. You'll be able to save up to 75% on travel, hotels, flights, car rentals, theme park tickets. I also love the fact that when you're out dining and shopping, you can save money there. So whether you're saving $5, $10, $20, it will add up. We've had folks that use some of these discounts every day during their lunch break. They're getting a free appetizer, or they're getting a buy one, get one free. And so I'm sure everybody on here loves savings. And we're even talking about groceries. We know everybody buys groceries. Everybody uses gas. And so to be able to save money on all of these everyday things, guys, is a really, really big deal. And so there is coverage in all US metro areas and even 99% of rural communities. Now, just as an example here, guys, here's a hotel that, on the left side, as you see, the total was $141 for 3 nights. And on the right side with hotels.com, it was $349 total. So you basically saved $41 per night. I mean, that's a huge savings. And so, and there's even deeper savings in this, but just as an example, you guys, if you could save, okay, $40 times 3, like $120, right? Just on one transaction, would that be worth really taking a look at something like this service? And I think most people will say yes. We have actual documented proof right here, guys, that these are the type of savings that can happen. On average, the total savings for the year is $2,000, guys, between shopping, whether you're buying clothes, whether you're getting your oil change, whether you're buying flowers for someone. As I said, travel, movies, golf, entertainment, things that people do on a daily basis, obviously eating at all different types of restaurants. Okay, so we love our membership with Save Pro. So it's a simple app that you download on your phone. You put your zip code in and it starts to show you those savings. Okay, all right, next we've got Credit Pro. Anybody on the line tonight ever had a credit challenge? Or do you know someone with credit challenges? Right? So guys, credit is just a part of living, right? Especially in our country, in the United States, you have to have credit. And I'm not talking about just to buy a home or just to buy a car. I'm talking about sometimes your job is dependent on what type of credit you have. The type of insurance rates that you get are dependent on your credit. And so we know it's important to take serious advantage of any type of service that can assist you in improving your credit, restoring your credit, and building your credit. And that's what we have here. So we actually have a software that you can use, you guys, through using AI technology. Imagine that you will connect your credit report, credit monitoring report, to the software. The software will read your report. It will look for errors. It will look for the things that are bringing your score down, and then it will customize letters specifically for your situation and email them to you. And then you can take those letters, print them out, and go to your local post office and mail them off, or you can mail them conveniently right from your computer. You're literally repairing and restoring your own credit in real time, and you know that it's getting done because you're actually watching it happen right before your eyes. There are actual credit repair agencies using the software, charging people thousands of dollars, folks, okay? But this is part of the membership. Now, if you want someone that, holds your hand a little bit more, they want to, you want to have them really deep dive because maybe you have a lot of items on there. Not that the software can't handle it, but some people just like to speak to somebody and have them coach them through the entire process of what they can do to improve their credit. So we do have that option. It's an extra charge, but you can actually talk to someone, a credit coach. They will do a detailed credit audit. They will explain to you what things that you need to do in order to adjust your behavior, your spending habits, your spending behaviors to enhance that credit score, and a whole lot more. And they will actually do the work for you. So if you're on here saying, you know what, that software sounds great, I don't even think I want to press a couple buttons, I just want somebody to do it for me, we have that option as well. In addition to credit restoration, you guys, it's important to know that you want to build your credit as well. Because when you go to buy a mortgage, you go to purchase a car, they're going to look at your credit profile, not just your score. They're going to look to see, how many people are you paying right now? Are you paying them on time? What are those lines of credit like? What is the most credit that you have? And so we actually have a builder section here where you're going to actually have access to various companies that will extend you credit even if your credit is bad. Okay, they're going to give you lines of credit, not money, but lines of credit with their company, and you can establish or reestablish a payment history, which will boost your credit score. And last but not least, you have access to Credit University, where you'll actually get all the education that you could ever want, all about credit, how to read your credit report, how to travel for free using your credit with credit cards, how to improve your children's credit, and so much more. Okay, so it's really the equivalent of buying a course on all things credit, and you're going to get that as part of our service here with Credit Pro. And we've got some testimonials of people using the AI, having things deleted from their profile, because it is legal for you to have items on your credit report deleted if the laws are properly used. And so that's what this AI technology does. All right, Tax Pro, let's jump right over here to Tax Pro. Now, everyone on here has to pay taxes. Whether you're doing it or not, you're supposed to, you have to, okay, by law. But we want to show you how to minimize your tax liability. We want to show you how to legally pay less in taxes. We also would love to show you how to be able to put more money back into your paycheck now. So if you're a W-2 employee, why don't you put a 2 in the chat? Let's see how many W-2 employees we have here. If you're working 9 to 5 or even part-time, you get a W-2, okay? You can actually send those W-2s in to our tax pros, and they will adjust your W-4 for you. You send it into the payroll department, and you will start to get more money in your paycheck starting the next pay period. How many of you guys would love something like that? Okay, they're going to do all of that for you. What you're basically doing, guys, is you're getting your tax refund check now. So instead of waiting until next year, you're getting it in your check currently. What could you do with that money? Could you invest with that extra money? Could you maybe pay an extra few bills? A lot of times we get excited about getting a refund check, but the reality is it's just the government giving you your money back that they borrowed interest-free. And oftentimes they took that money and put it in the market and made more money for themselves, and then just returned your money that they used all year long. So we're going to help you get that money back into your paycheck. Some folks have seen as much as $300 to $500 extra into their paycheck after working with our tax experts. Our tax experts will also look over your last year's tax return to make sure that whoever did your taxes last year did not miss any deductions. And if they did, they'll make the adjustment so you can get that refund as well. And then you can just call them for anything, guys, even if you have a serious tax matter, whether you need a payment plan, maybe you're getting audited, anything tax related. We have tax professionals that are proficient in every area of tax, including business tax. And last but not least, you'll get discounts on all of your tax preparation services. But it's not just like going to an H&R Block or having, your cousin, whomever, doing your taxes for you that doesn't know home-based business or regular business tax law. These are people that are proficient in this. They are full-time tax professionals, enrolled agents, and CPAs. All right, and we talked about them adjusting that W-4 for you. All right, next, guys, we have Debt Pro. How many of you know someone that's struggling with debt? I'm not going to ask you directly if you are, but do you know of someone struggling with debt? Put a 3 in the chat if you know of anybody that is struggling with debt. That could be student loan debt. That could be credit card debt. That could be you have a mortgage payment. Okay, that's debt. What about you're financing your car? That's debt. Loans, lines of credit. Those are all examples of debt, guys. Well, if we could show you a way to pay a third of what you're paying right now, or a third of the time, I should say, for what you have kind of listed as your debt-free date. So let's say you say, hey, my mortgage is going to be paid off in 15 years. My car will be paid off in 5 years. My credit cards, I don't know. That's going to take another 5 years. What if there were a tool that actually took all of your debts and put you on a schedule that allowed you to pay off all of your debt in a third of the time that you originally thought, saving you thousands and possibly tens of thousands of dollars in interest? Well, guys, that's what we have here. We have a custom software that all you have to do is plug in each of those debts that you have, and it's going to show you exactly what you need to do to get out of debt, pay all of that stuff off in a third of the time. Similar software, you guys, out here in the marketplace is being sold for as much as $3,500. This is not an extra charge. It's part of this monthly membership. You're going to be blown away when you see how much this membership is, okay? Also back there is the projected debt-free date, the projected financial freedom date, projected millionaire date, and there's a ton of calculators back there as well. You know, if you have student loans, it's going to figure out a plan for you to pay those off, emergency savings, even if for your investments. Okay, so this is a very robust software that you're going to have access to. We also are going to give you access to certified debt resolution experts, where you can get on the phone and talk to someone about, if you have over $7,000 or more in debt, you can actually talk to someone and they will negotiate for pennies on the dollar to attempt to eliminate a lot of that debt in general. Like if you're just drowning in debt, you can't even see straight, the payments are out of control, they will help. Okay, so you have a team of experts that you can talk to. Next, we've got bill negotiation services. Imagine being able to take all of your monthly bills, your light bill, your phone bill, your cable bill, any business expenses, and send them into a company, and they will negotiate to get those bills cut in half if possible, but definitely get you in a position where you're paying much less. Would it be worth it? Put a 5 in the chat if you think that it would be worth talking to someone that you could send all your bills to, let them do the work, and call whoever they need to call to help you pay less. Well, that's what our bill negotiation services are. They will literally cut your monthly costs. Now, what happens is, let's say they say, hey, we saved you $600 total for the year, right? Well, then their fee is half of that, and you've saved $300. So I always tell people, if today you were saving no money and tomorrow you're saving 50% of the money that they negotiated for you, you still won. It's still a great deal. All right, so that's our bill negotiation services. And I mean, what would you do with that extra money? Again, that's back into your account, back into your pocket. There's so many other things that you can do with that money to help grow that money as well. Save, invest, whatever you want to do. All right, and then last but not least on here is the budgeting app. This app, you guys, I love it. You actually connect your accounts, your bank accounts, safe and securely to this app, okay? And it's going to actually look to see, first of all, what subscriptions that you're paying that you may not remember that they can help you cancel. It's also going to let you know if you're overspending for the week. You know, they're putting you on a budget. It'll also allow you to tell it, hey, I want to take 10% of all the money that comes in and put it into an account that I never see, like an emergency savings. And then you could transfer it to your account, and so many other things to just keep you on track with your budget. All right. So super powerful. And here's a quick example, you guys, of the software. This person, in using the strategies that are located in this software, you guys, they have the ability to pay off their debt in 14 years, saving them 18 years that they normally would have taken to pay off their debt, saving them also $144,000 in interest. So powerful. So this is just one of many examples of how you can help someone or even help yourself to get out of debt much faster. All right, next we have Health Pro. All right, Health Pro is going to help you reduce your healthcare costs with comprehensive benefits. Now, we have various segments of Health Pro that are available for you, but I'm just going to cover a few tonight. So number one, we have, or we will give you access to a healthcare plan that gives you First dollar coverage, zero deductible. You know, in the healthcare arena, when we have health insurance, if your deductible is $2,500 or $5,000, you've got to meet that amount. You have to spend that much out of pocket for your medical care before the discount kicks in. And then the discount is 80%, right? Well, in this way, this healthcare for entrepreneurs, independent contractors, and business owners or employees, if your company offers it, you have no deductible. So your savings start on day one. Also, the average monthly premiums are 35 to 60% less. Pre-existing conditions are included, no waiting periods, and up to 90% off of prescription drugs. Such a huge value, guys, for healthcare. All right. And this is health insurance. It's not called insurance because it's federal, not state, but it works just like a health insurance plan. It is not a discount plan, it's true coverage. Next, we have our HMA plan, which I really love, guys. This plan allows you to save for all of your out-of-pocket medical, dental, and vision expenses for you and your family. So imagine that you put $1 into this platform. Well, let me say a platform. It's an actual account you put $1 into, and then they put $1. So for every dollar that you put in, they will match you $1 and then some. All right. So for example, if you over a period of 35 months put in $4,800, okay, every month you were putting in a little bit and it got to 4,800, the company matches you $5,200. So now your account is worth $10,000 and you can use that to pay for braces, plastic surgery, LASIK surgery, any type of serious medical situation, any of your, vision stuff, any of your prescription drugs. All right. So all of that is included in that. Super, super powerful. All right. And there's other pieces to that, guys. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me make sure that I add this. And if you have a pet, you have the access to be able to pay 50% less for all of your pet care. Okay. And pets can be expensive. So imagine that your pet has to go to the vet and that bill is $5,000. Well, if you've been paying into this pet HMA, well, guess what? Instead of you paying the full 5,000, they're going to take $2,500 of your money, basically, and the other $2,500 of the company's money, and you'll pay that $5,000, but it really only costs you $2,500. And that's the way that it works for yourself as well. Super powerful program. And I do want you to know that for those people that ask, well, with the healthcare plan, what kind of network is it? Is it like, a not very extensive network? Is it a popular network? Yes. You'll have access to the PHCS network. It's actually got over now 900,000 board certified doctors inside of that network and 4,000 primary hospitals. So you will not have a problem finding someone to take that healthcare plan for you. All right, next we've got Legal Pro. Has anyone in here put a 1 in the chat? If you've ever needed to call an attorney, wish you could afford to call an attorney, had an attorney maybe call you on someone else's behalf, or know someone that needs an attorney, put a 1 in the chat if any of those above are something that you've dealt with before. Well, most of us, I'm sure, would agree that we've had situations where you wanted to say, you know what, I'm going to call my lawyer, or I'm going to have my lawyer be in touch. I remember my grandma used to always say that, oh, you know what, I'm going to call my lawyer. I'm going to get my lawyer to call them. I don't know if she ever really had a lawyer or not, but she always said it and it sounded good. And people were a little fearful to mess with her. So having that power to have access to a network of lawyers that can assist you, imagine being able to have on an unlimited amount of subject matters that you can call in at any time and talk to an attorney, no time limit, and speak with them about your issue. Also, what if you could have a lawyer write letters or make phone calls on your behalf? Okay, maybe somebody owes you money. Maybe you had a dispute with a vendor or something like that. You need them to write a letter on your behalf, right? They will do that. They'll also review documents for you. Have you ever had a contract or document that you really wish a lawyer would look at because you don't understand all of the fine print or all the legal jargon? Well, you can just send that right on over to the attorneys and they will look it over and advise you. How powerful is that? Also, small claims court. What if you had to take somebody to small claims court, right? Well, you have assistance now with an attorney, someone that knows exactly what needs to be said, what needs to be prepared. they're going to do that, all a part of this membership, guys. So there's no extra charge for what I just shared with you. But then if you do need other legal services, such as divorce, child custody, bankruptcy, you will get a 40% discount. And these are local attorneys in your city. Okay. You can even go and meet them face to face at no additional charge for a consultation. And last but not least, you'll get a free will, which is a $500 value, which is super important because if you don't have a will, I always say the state will have one for you and you won't like it at all. Okay, so you want to make sure that you get your will either updated or get one taken care of, and that's actually free with this service. All right, and last but not least, guys, we have BizPro. Anybody in here, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat if you own a business or know someone that owns a business or you are interested in owning a business. Well, there's certain services, guys, that are important that you as a business owner have access to. And if you don't have a business, hey, it's something that you could share with someone that is a business owner. So number one, we're going to give you discounts on entity formation services, whether that's an LLC, an S corporation, or a C corporation. All right. And you're going to get a discount, but you're going to have an attorney, you have access to an attorney to prepare those entities, guys. A lot of times people think they should just go online, go to, Inc Corp or something like that.com, just fill out a form and boom, I'm in business. It's not that simple because even if you go online and create an LLC, you still need operating agreement. You still need minutes. You still need your bylaws together. You still have to hold an annual meeting. If you don't have those things in place, you are not in business. And the IRS at any time can come and disallow any deductions that you've ever had because you're not set up properly. All right. And your business is not covered. It's now considered just a regular yourself, basically, and you get no deductions. So, in order to protect yourself, protect your business, protect your income, you're going to want to make sure that you are properly set up. So, not only do we set up new entities for you, but we have lawyers that will look over what you have right now and make sure that you are structured properly. We also have legal services for business owners. So they will actually go ahead and send collection letters for you. They will negotiate contracts for you, so on and so forth. We have digital marketing solutions. How many business owners want to know how to get more leads for their business, right? Well, we have a department that will help using AI technology. They'll show them how to promote their social media, set up their LinkedIn page, all of those solutions for that business owner. We've got retirement, estate, and legacy planning. How many of you on the line have a trust right now? If you have a business, if you have children, if you own a home, if you have expensive jewelry, or things that are important to you, you should have a trust. And so you can do it two ways. You can use our legal services and just, if it's a simple trust, if you don't really have a whole lot of assets, but if you do, and you're a business owner especially, you're going to want to set up a trust that is ironclad, that is completely protected. So if anything ever happens to you, it's going to whom you want it to go to, not the state, and that you don't have family and friends fighting over your belongings. So we give you discounted services to a trust. If you own your home, it may need to be in a land trust. If you don't know what a land trust is, this is another reason that you want to get on the phone with an attorney, with a professional, and they can get all of those things set up. And we give you major discounts through those law firms because of you being a member of smartFinance. All right. Last but not least, just two more things here. You got affordable healthcare options for employers and employees. All right. And discounted business tax preparation. So if you are a business owner and you are doing your own taxes or you're going to H&R Block, there's a high likelihood you are missing out on a lot of deductions, which means that you're missing out on a lot of money that you could be saving. Okay. So extremely important that you have the right people doing your taxes. Guys, matter of fact, if you're making more than 40 to 50,000 a year, you should not only have an LLC, but you should have an S tax election because that's actually going to save you 15% on how much you pay every year in taxes. Most people don't know that. So if you don't have that set up before the end of the year, you're going to want to use our services and get on the phone with a tax professional right away so they can set that up for you. Last but not least, guys, we've got access to business credit and business funding services. Who do you know that could use more money to grow their business? What about someone that needs to establish business credit? Well, we have both of those services available for you, as well as for people that you know, and you can spread the word. A lot of times people that start their business, they want to go right to the bank and try to get money. And the bank says, no, absolutely not. And they just send you on your way, and you have no idea why you just got rejected, right? Well, how many people would love to know, well, what do I need to do in order to get approved, right? And so we have those answers for you as well. So you can confidently go into the bank and you have a 98% approval chance, or a 98% chance of getting approved. So that's what that service does for you. All right, so guys, all of those services that I just shared with you are just $59.99 per month. Now there is a one-time $199 enrollment fee, all right? But imagine, guys, all of those services for literally less than what, or $2 a day. I mean, it's just incredible, or at least I guess exactly $2 a day. I like to say less than a bad cup of coffee per day. That you have a team of professionals. The wealthiest people in our country have a team of professionals that they can go and call on, that can help them do things that they are not proficient in. So we're giving you access to a team of professionals for you and your family. Now, we do have a referral program. All right. You as a customer can simply refer this, and you will actually be paid a bonus. So you'll get paid for the for the initial fee when someone signs up, $35. And every time that person renews that $59.99 per month, you're going to make $15. So what does that mean to you? You refer 4, yours is free. Okay. Initially, if you refer 6 people, you've already covered your initial fee, your initial enrollment fee, right? But on the monthly, you just refer 4 people, guys, and yours is free. You get a membership credit to where you don't even have to pay that $59.99. All right. So with this, guys, we've got some marketing tools for you. We've got a website, and that is the end of our presentation for Smart Finance. So what I'd like to do at this time is see if we can open it up, and if we have any questions, or actually, I guess we're going to end this recording and then we'll open it up and answer any questions that anyone may have. So Mike, if you want to allow people to